Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about this Bradley smoker here. This has been a very disappointing experience. I've lost a lot of money with this thing. When I bought it, it was $950 at Amazon. Then I bought another several $100s worth of biscuits and accessories. I was really looking forward to smoking up a lot of meat. I like to smoke like a lot of barbecuers do. This is not the unit to buy. My suggestion to anybody out there looking at this thing is do not buy it. Don't even think about buying it. In fact, I wouldn't buy any of their products because if you have terrible customer support and you don't support what you make, people shouldn't buy what you have, because when you're trading good hard-earned US dollars or whatever your currency happens to be for a product that's unsupported and full of defects, it shouldn't be on the market. So let's get into this, why I'm making these statements. I bought this Bradley smoker in April of 2022. I live in Michigan, in the United States, and anybody here would tell you it's cold in April. You can't use an outdoor smoker in Michigan unless you have an unusually warm day, and we had no unusually warm days. So as a consequence of that, I tried to go out and use the thing on one day that was kind of warm and found that it didn't work. So I put it all back in the garage, and I have a garage that I keep everything in. It doesn't sit out in the weather. I contacted Bradley. It took them forever to contact me back. Now you might say, hey, you bought it through Amazon? And I say, yeah, but it's actually not Amazon. It's something called Acme Tools, a subsidiary of Amazon. And if you read this label right here, it literally tells you in 3 languages, stop, do not return to store. And then it gives you this contact number to call if there's a problem. Well, I did that. Well, a few months later, I finally got parts from these people. I put the parts in, and what it is if you look on the side right here, you see that hole right there. That's where the biscuits go in. The round tower right here is what they stack up in, and it sits on top of the hole. Well, what happened was that thing would not rotate the biscuits into where the burner, the heating element is, and make smoke. So I thought, okay, no problem. It was a defective product, but they're trying to make amends. I get the parts. I didn't get the parts until, heck, the end of summer. It must have been, I want to say August or something or other like that. No, October, and it was too cold. But I saw it rotate, and I decided, okay, well, when the spring comes, I'm going to take this thing out. We're going to smoke up a bunch of meat, and everything will be all right with the world. Well, spring came. I'm ready to start smoking. I go out here and I put the biscuits in. The biscuits start turning. But what I noticed is that the biscuits weren't turning every 20 minutes as the timer was set to, because it rotates them in 20-minute intervals. And that's how you get the clean smoke. If you keep it in there longer, it just burns up the thing and you got dirty smoke. And I thought, okay, well, it's working, but it's too cold still to smoke. And I said, okay, I'm going to wait. I waited, started to use the machine. It rotated the biscuits, but then I noticed it wasn't making smoke. And I said, okay, let me call Bradley. I called Bradley. They said, we're going to have a technician contact you. The technician contacted me, and I said, hey, something's happened. This thing will not power up. It's like a fuse is broken or something. He says, all right, let's walk through the steps. We go through the steps, and what we discovered was a known issue that Bradley knows all about. And right here where you see it says fuse, underneath where the power cord goes, that thing will start blowing the fuses, and it will not turn on at all. And when it starts blowing fuses, the correlation was this. When you push these top row of buttons right here, the second row, that's temperature, then time, and then that one on the far right there is smoke. The minute you try to adjust the smoke timer, it blows the fuses. That's a known problem. Bradley knows all about it. Bradley Smoker knows everything there is to know because the guy was looking for this. The guy tells me, hey, that main board in there is no good. It costs $400 and they blow all the time. We know this is a problem. And I said, hey, can you fix it? He said, that board's $400. I'm going to talk to my boss, some unknown female supervisor of his. And she says he tells me she knows all about this. We'll either send you a new unit, we'll send you the part, or you can get a different unit. And I said, well, what about the difference in price? He says, well, we can make that up. I said, great, I'm happy. I'm going to get a new Bradley smoker one way or the other. 2 months goes by. The guy had told me I'm going to get in contact with you by the end of the day or no later than tomorrow. I've never heard from the guy. It's been 2 months, now going into 3 months. Have not heard from this technician. Finally, I go through my emails and I find an email from a week earlier where I had sent them an email asking when they're going to get back with me. And the guy goes, we're not getting back with you. This is an issue that you have to talk to Amazon about. You're out of warranty. So I replied back and I told them, I'm only out of warranty because you guys took so long to do whatever it is you were going to do. And he says, well, we don't send replacement units out, we only send parts. And I said, fine, send me the part. No reply about sending me the part. So I said, fine, I'll just file a lawsuit against you in small claims court. Send me your address, your contact information so that I can forward you the lawsuit. Still, no reply from these people. Don't ever buy one of these things. This was one of the worst experiences. I've literally lost just under $1,500 with this dumb thing. If you look right here, you'll see all that surface rust. No matter how much I clean this thing, all that surface rust. The display, you cannot see this display unless you cover up the whole thing with a blanket or something so that you can duck your head under it and read what the display says. All these malfunctions. This is ridiculous. This is what you'll have to deal with if you decide to buy a Bradley smoker. Give me just a moment here. This is what you have to deal with. This is the crap. Brian Nelson, their operations manager, sent me this email. You can read it for yourself. I had told him everything that was going on, and he basically used that against me, saying that you ran out the clock. So my solution is, I'm still gonna file the lawsuit. It's already drafted. All I have to do is just take it down to the courthouse and file a small claims action against them. I'm gonna do that because I don't believe that they should just freely get away with taking my $1,500. Because as you can see, I bought that. Excuse my garage here. But I also bought all this stuff, tons of it. I got it everywhere, the biscuits. Because my intention was to enjoy smoking meat. So my actual solution was this. I went and bought this Pit Boss right here, this Pro Series. This thing works like a champ. From day one, I took it out the box. I plugged the damn thing in, did as the instructions said, and I've probably smoked about 50, 60 pounds of meat in this thing all summer long. This thing's been working. It's been a workhorse for me. This thing right here is a piece of junk. So my advice to everybody out there is, don't buy anything that says Bradley Smoker. I don't even care if it's one of their older ones. Because if you buy one of the older ones and you have a problem, you still got to talk to their customer service. You still got to get tech support from them. You still got to get backup from them. And you still have to buy these biscuits that you can only get from them. Okay? That right there takes pellets. I can buy pellets at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, anywhere. Damn near at the gas station. This thing right here, no. Worst purchase I ever made. So my suggestion to everybody, don't buy anything that says Bradley Smoker. I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that got some that work, but if you do, you're in the minority. Thanks for listening.